I low-key got shit on, chat. I got shit on. Dude, what is it? You guys are saying season 1 tier list? You do an early season 1 tier list. I think that'd be pretty cool, you know? All right, chat. This is my tier list last time, actually. Yeah, anyway, fuck it. I don't know if there are that many S plus characters here. We're just gonna reset it though. Actually, no, I will do an S plus. But yeah, this is coming from the perspective of a diamond / like GM player. So low GM, like high diamonds, low GM. So this is coming from my perspective. I have put some time. I haven't grinded all the way back up yet, but sorry. Yeah, this is gonna be my ranking. So yeah, let's starting with Adam Warlock. I don't remember where I put Adam Warlock in season 1. I might have put him A tier. I'm gonna put him lower. Now I think Adam Warlock's team up with Mantis and Star-Lord is super good. And you'll see where I put like Star-Lord and Mantis. It definitely is good. But I don't think he's crazy. I thought he was actually really underrated and good. I don't think he's necessarily that strong. His healing is high burst, but it's just like so many characters just output more healing. Like even someone like my main like Cloak and Dagger. Like when you have that bubble and like the field or whatever, you pump out like more burst, not burst healing, but almost kind of like some burst healing than Adam Warlock. And it's like, I don't know. His damage is good, but again, it's like, I don't know. Now he is, in my opinion, Adam Warlock is actually good in 3 support comp, which I'm going to talk about. I think 3 support is actually super underrated. And I feel like once I get more of the characters, I think actually could be like a potential comp that I feel like I've played with and I feel like is actually super good. I think he's really good in that comp, but we'll see it later. All right, Black Panther. Now, I think I had Black Panther high A tier last time. He's definitely taken a fall down. I mean, they didn't nerf his damage, but honestly, he just feels so much worse because he gets so much HP. I think he's still B tier. I think he still can harass and he still has that lethality, but he doesn't get that tanky like he could. Like I think Black Panther is 300 HP and he could get to like 425 or something. Now he only gets to like 375. Like I don't know, he doesn't feel as good. Again, they didn't nerf his cooldowns, they didn't nerf anything, and he's still just as lethal. I think he's just not as like, you can't just like Black Panther can't, like sometimes Black Panther, he doesn't even have any escape cooldowns, but he's built up so much shield he can just kind of like leave, and you can't really do that anymore as well. So I think he's still good. I think he's still like in a right comp and the right map, he's actually still pretty lethal, but definitely I think is worse on maps that just aren't suited to him, which I think is you. Black Widow. Now she did get quite a lot of buffs, and honestly I think with the falling or with the nerfs of like characters like Hela and Hawkeye, I think that she actually rises almost indirectly. And I don't know though, was it because I don't see this character at all. I see very little of her, but she did get quite a lot of buffs. I think this is one where I said I was gonna go by how I just started the season, how I feel, and kind of what I've played against. And almost for that alone, I think I still am gonna have to keep her in D tier. But I think she's like almost like a C minus, I think. I'll see at the end of the tier list who I have in C tier and who I don't, because I don't think she's probably the worst DPS in the game anymore, but I think that she's pretty rough. Still, I don't think that she should be able to one-shot, but I think like still, I don't know. Maybe her competition. No, I don't think they should nerf her competition anymore. I don't really know what they do with her. I think if they buff other aspects of her kit, maybe more, just it can offset the fact that, like, I don't know. I don't really know what you do with this character. But yeah, Black Widow, I'm gonna put you in D tier. Mantis. Now, Mantis did get a movement speed nerf from her passive. I think let her go they originally 2.5 times. Now I think it's only 1.75 or something. I think it definitely brought her down. She's definitely an S plus, but this is might be a hot take. I think she's still really good, actually. I think she's still really good. I've played a little bit more Mantis than I did. I didn't really put a lot of time into her season 1. I don't know why. She's a lot of fun. I think she still does so much damage. The fact she can just damage boost herself, she does more damage than so many DPS. Her ult is still really good. Again, it's not as good as like a Luna Snow ult. Maybe not even as good as the new buffed Cloak and Dagger ult. But it is still really strong. And the fact she can attack during it is really nice. I think she's really good. She has a lot of solo carry potential. Yeah, obviously the fact she moves a lot slower is a detriment, but I still think she's solid, actually. Again, not in the S plus. This is like the ban, like gets banned quite often tier. Maybe not even that, just like step above, which I think a lot of the step above characters got nerfed. But yeah, Hulk. Now Hulk, this is. The question is, do you put Hulk S plus or do you put Hulk S? I think Hulk is S, personally. Again, I'm going to come back on the tier list and see maybe how it is at the end. But for now, I think I'm going to pull Hulk S. I mean, they did nerf his shield. It has a little bit less HP, but Hulk is still really even on his own, like his team ups alone, at least probably put him in A tier. But he's just a solid hero on his own. Honestly, like you would love the team up. Like if you're playing Hulk, just put the team ups as well. But you don't even always need the team up. Like Hulk can just do a lot on his own. He has a ton of cooldown. He has a ton of CC. His damage is surprisingly really good. I feel like sometimes I'll flex on the Hulk when we have like a Strange and an Iron Man, and I'm like, okay, we need to get the Hulk in there. I'll flex on him, and I play a lot of Captain America, and I'm just always surprised like how much damage Hulk actually does. Like Hulk actually kills, and then it's like I play Captain America, and it's like, oh shit, doesn't die. Yeah, Hulk, I think just solid hero. Really, really good team ups. Really, really good ults. The 50 shield, I mean, it matters, but it's not doing shit. Fucking incredible. Captain America. This is actually my most played character this season so far, and they did give him quite a few buffs. They buffed. What do they buff? They buffed his shield bash cooldown, which I specifically asked for that change. I specifically asked from 12 seconds to 10 seconds, which is nice to see. His ult is cheaper to build. I think they changed one more thing about him, but I'm not specifically remembering. Overall, I think the buffs are nice. I think I'm gonna put him a B tier. I think everyone says Captain America is underrated, and I agree. I feel like I'm playing him a lot because I want to crack the code with this character, because I feel like there are like he's so fast and versatile that I feel like you can play him in a lot of different ways. I feel like he's not an amazing frontline tank, but if you have like the proper like tank with you, I feel like he can actually like almost be like a frontline tank. Like he gets his shield throws off and like he frontlines, like he shield hits he punches the tank, gets his shield throws, and then he can kind of just dive on a support and do that. But I think there's also like a style where you're like a Moira, like a ninja, and all of a sudden you pop out of nowhere and just start like causing chaos. Like sometimes, dude, like there's so many times on Captain America, like I get value by just jumping in the back line. And I'm like not doing damage, just jumping. Like I'll start jumping around. You know, I can build my shield throw. Good to build ult, and you build it like 300 points. I mean, that's a pretty nice buff. Overall, I think I don't think I could see Captain America going to A tier. I think he is at most by the end of this season. I think he could be high B tier, but I don't think he could crack that A tier. I think he still feels pretty weak. I think maybe I would love the shield to not have a cooldown. I think genuinely that would make Cap such a better character. But yeah, overall I love Captain America. I think he's middle B tier. I don't think he's an incredible tank, but I think he's he's solid. He needs the right comp though. Cloak and Dagger. Now this character I already thought was insane. I honestly wouldn't even have been surprised if they got a nerf, but surprisingly, they buffed them, and not in a small way. One of the biggest buffs in the patch. Not only did they get an extra charge on their ults, but now the bubble is also like, they nerfed the cooldown by 3 seconds. They didn't even nerf Captain America's shield bash by 3 seconds. Hell yeah, they're in S tier. Oh my god, dude. I think this character probably is a must pick pretty much every game. Yeah, I mean, I love playing this character. Like this character pretty much like I could just play this character every game and probably win. I don't really like doing that. And I'm stroking my ego a little bit. Acting like I'm the greatest. I'm fucking not that good at this game. But that being said, like speaking from experience, you can just play Cloak and Dagger. Like you can just pick Cloak and Dagger every game on every map and you will have a solid chance of winning. You have a decent amount of survivability to where you don't die a lot of times. You can't really self-heal yourself, which is pretty much their only downside, is that you either need to waste your bubble on yourself, which doesn't get a lot of value because the bubble helps you build ult way faster, or you kind of are a little bit like, oh fuck, I'm dead. But that being said, this character just pumps out so much healing. Probably the best. I think for a heal bot, I think Cloak and Dagger does pump out the most healing in the game, probably. Even above like Luna Snow or Rocket or something. Yeah, this character is nuts. I can't believe they buffed them. Most likely gonna get a small nerf. I think maybe they just reduce the ult charge back down to 3. I didn't think it needed a 4th one. I think if anything, I would rather it last slightly longer than last longer than get a 4th charge. But yeah, overall, really solid. Strange also easily S+, still the best tank in the game, spoiler alert. They did give him a nerf, but I mean, you're not gonna be using the Eye of Agamotto, like not the Eye of Agamotto, what the fuck is it? His dark magic shit. You're not gonna be using it from that far away, so the fall off isn't crazy. They did nerf, I think, how quickly his shield charges back up, but it's still super fast. It's still 800 shields. I mean, Strange is just fucking solid. You can pick him on every map and you'll get value on him. Groot. I see Groot in a lot of games, actually. I genuinely can't put my finger on if I think this character is good or not. Because there's a part of me that thinks he's not. Maybe I'm like, there's just character, like I'm not playing the right characters into him, but I don't know, dude. I feel like I'm going to put Groot A tier. I think Groot is he's really solid. He is so tanky, and so are his walls. Like 700 HP on the walls is kind of nuts. They do a lot of damage if you don't kill them, so absolutely fucking kill them. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think his only issue is Wolverine will just fuck him. Like, you can't play the game if they have a Wolverine in the game. And I mean, really, that's it. I mean, he needs a lot of resources. You can't, like, him with like a Mantis is not even really that good, because honestly, you kind of want to have two supports, because one support is just gonna need to stay on the group the whole game. The other can heal the rest of the team. So like, he's not, I wouldn't call him versatile. I think he's maybe a little bit more map dependent and comp dependent, but I think when he works, and he can get a lot of value and pull off a lot of really high skill plays. So I think he's pretty good. Here we go. The dynamic duo though of Hawkeye and Hela. We'll rank them both at the same time. I think Hela is still S tier. And maybe I'm biased, but I think they didn't nerf her ult at all. They nerfed her damage by 5% because of the season bonus, and they nerfed her HP down to 250. They didn't really get the same type of nerfs, unlike someone like Hawkeye, who they did give some actual nerfs to. He can't charge his arrows fast, and actually the 5% damage actually makes a difference. I didn't know this till yesterday, but characters like Mr. Fantastic and Wolverine actually survive a full headshot from Hawkeye now. And interaction changes like that, I think I'm gonna move him down to A tier. Which is actually, he was S plus, and I think he moves down to A. He might still be S tier. But I think there are just characters that are just better than him, like other DPS that are just better than him right now, and I feel like I don't know, he's just, a lot of his power has been toned down. And yeah, I think he just overall is worse objectively, does less damage, can't do as much. Like, a big thing about him was that obviously you can't consistently be hitting headshots. You can hit them quite a lot, but not consistently. They made them even more inconsistent because you can't charge it from as far. But yeah, and Hela, they did nerf her damage. She can no longer, the big one is that she can no longer headshot body shot to like one shot at 250 HP target, but I still think Hela is really strong. I still think you can like carry as Hela. I don't think Hela is like Ashe, like something like Ashe. Like if Ashe, I'm not saying she has this Overwatch, but if she lost like a double headshot with one shot, I don't think that necessarily is like I think she is much more like a Kree or a Cassidy than anything else, and she still pumps out so much consistent damage, still has a really good ult that requires a response. Her team up with Thor, who did get buffed, and Loki is also really good. I think she's good. I hesitate to put her in S plus because I do think the less HP does make her diveable, and they buffed a lot of dive characters. But overall, I'm gonna put her in S. Iron Fist straight down to the D tier. Probably worse than Black Widow now, honestly. Maybe not, maybe is, maybe isn't. I don't fucking know. I think I would honestly say maybe is worse. I don't know though, because I feel like Iron Fist, even he's still good in 1v1. If you get a one-on-one with someone, you're probably gonna be winning that if you're Iron Fist. But if there's even two people there, you're fucking cooked on Iron Fist. Iron Fist is like a weird, he does a lot of damage, or he does more. He's almost like Captain America. He has a lot of mobility. He does way more damage than Captain America, but has way less survivability. But a lot of times you can just out heal Iron Fist damage, and like he die. Like Captain America will just at least be able to run away. Iron Fist doesn't have the same like luxury. Like, yes, he can, but like not to the same degree as Cap. And I feel like overall that might make him worse than Widow. Maybe not. I think these two are so interchangeable. So maybe I'm underrating this character, but I don't know, dude. I'm gonna put him in D tier though. Iron Man. I think Iron Man goes. I'm gonna put Iron Man in the S+ tier. Because like to me this is hard because I feel like maybe do I need to put Hulk in S+? I don't know. With the rest of the tanks, honestly, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put Hulk in S+, to be honest. Because speaking from experience, Hulk gets banned so much. And I think with the fact that Hela and Hawkeye are so much worse, at least Hawkeye especially, Bruce gets banned almost every game. And for good reason. These three right here, the team up is insane. They only slightly nerfed it for Doctor Strange, but they didn't nerf Iron Man at all, surprisingly. And that beam is, I explained it last time, that beam is insane. Like, it is Echo Beam, but better in every conceivable way. 3 times longer. It always does more damage. Don't need to be under half health, has way more range, has way more damage, is way bigger. It's just insane. You melt everyone with that beam. It's literally a doom beam. You are cooked if you're getting hit by that shit. But yeah, Iron Man's still really solid. I think he's only gotten better because his counters like Hela and Hawkeye have been nerfed. So I think he's better. Jeff, I'm gonna put Jeff in C tier. I still don't think Jeff is that good. Again, his ult got nerfed, which ironically I actually think I see more value. It's so inconsistent though, because sometimes, bro, Jeff's like be getting no value on those ults sometimes. You just die sometimes, so you don't get anyone. But I honestly feel like the big thing about Jeff is the fact you don't die on this character, and his ult actually isn't even really that bad. His ult is actually pretty good, even though it got nerfed. I would only play Jeff for the ult, genuinely, because he doesn't have a big heal ult like Mantis, Luna, or Cloak and Dagger, or even Storm. He pretty much just survives, spits out water, and yeah. They did buff his healing, but I still think his healing is worse than overall is just not as good as some other supports. He is good, but like I don't know. There are just other supports that provide more than Jeff. I think Jeff is maybe the worst support in the game right now. Yeah, Jeff, I'm gonna have to leave you. Loki. Now, this might be one of the hottest takes I have with Loki. Oh, this is... See, I say hot take, but maybe it's a weird take. My take is that there are... I think in a lot of comps, Loki is a B tier character. And I feel like a lot of people have been putting Loki high, so that's kind of a hot take. But I'm going to put Loki, like, if there's an A-, Loki is A- in my opinion. Because I said I'd talk about it again, I think Loki is really, really good in a 3 support comp. Like, I think, like, Loki, maybe like an Adam Warlock, and then maybe like a Luna Snow or something. I think that he fits really well in that comp. Because the thing is, like, Loki's healing is actually pretty freaking low. Like, obviously, yes, you have the 3 clones, and his skill ceiling is really high. So maybe like if anything, he's underrated. If anything, like Loki goes higher, not lower, is maybe what I should start this out. But I genuinely don't like seeing a Loki on my team usually, because I know most games it's like a 2-2, maybe a 1-3-2, because people fucking hate Tank because Tank sucks in this game. But every single time I see a Loki, I'm like, oh man. The thing about Loki is his healing is not good, but everything else about him is really good. Like his damage is pretty fucking high. All his abilities are really good. His lamp is amazing. It's BAP lamp in Overwatch, but better. There's just so many good things about him. His ult is arguably the best ult in the game, pretty much, because he could just copy Ludisto, who somehow really did get a nerf on her ult, which is crazy. I think Loki, though, is not as good as some people have been saying. I think Loki needs the right comp, and I think the right comp, honestly, is with 3 supports and not 2, but I might be capping because I think my 3 support idea is probably the most wild one. But we'll get to my rationale with the 3 support thing. But yeah, Luna Snow, I mean, easily S+, probably the best overall, the best character in the game, probably. They surprisingly didn't really give her any nerfs. They fixed what was, I mean, a bug pretty much, but it was like she can't switch between damage and healing as much, but that's more to fix like people's games crashing or epilepsy shit. Like they didn't really nerf her at all. 12 seconds of invincibility, insane healing, a stun. Her shift is so good as well. It's so hard to kill her when she has shift and he's shitting shots, and she gets infinite ammo with it. Luna Snow is fucking insane. They know like she's really popular. I almost think that's why they didn't nerf her really at all, which is crazy because she was I think she was better than Mantis. But yeah. Magic. They did give Magic a slight buff to her ult, and I think Magic needs the right comp, because I think when Magic has the right comp, she is here. But I think on normal games, I'm gonna put her like a high A tier. Let me say this, high A tier. Keep in mind, remember, the way I do it is like I'll rank them in the tier, but I always like have like tank, DPS, and support. So like I'm not saying Hela is better than Mantis. I'm saying Mantis is the best support in this tier. You know, like I'm saying Magic is probably better than Hawkeye in my opinion. But yeah, I think Magic is probably better than Groot. Magic is really solid. They gave her a buff to her ult, which is pretty nice because her ult actually takes relatively a while to kind of come out. But her ult is like when you actually get it going, it is really strong. Resets all her cooldowns, both coming into it and out of it, which is nice. Yeah, I mean, she can just like fuck targets pretty much. Like a good like she's difficult, but if you're good at Magic, Magic takes over the game. And speaking from someone that has played a decent amount of support, she is a nightmare. Because dude, she blade beams me, hits me with a few like dashes, and then she'll combo with me with the sword like uppercut, and then like hit me with the 1-2, and I'm just like, fuck me. Instantly dead. But Magic, she's solid. I don't think she can get value on all maps, which is why I'll put her like high A tier, but she is high A tier, by the way. If I had to pick between B tier or S tier, is S tier in my opinion. But yeah. Magneto, I mean, I'll give Magneto the S tier. I mean, again, I think Magneto can't solo tank, but I think Magneto into like 3 DPS is always really good because he has pretty much like a defense matrix almost. His shield is a resource, not a HP. So he can tank quite a lot of damage. You're never, ever, ever dying on Magneto, but I feel like Magneto, you just stand there. You stand there, you don't do anything. They buffed the cooldown with Wanda, but spoiler, Wanda's not good, and I still don't even think that's that good. I think it is fucking. It's solid, but like, it's fine. It's not worth playing Wanda. I think he's S tier for the fact that he can just stand there, and like I love having like Magneto cap because I feel like I can do all my shit and do whatever, and Magneto can kind of just sit there and like tank damage, which is nice. That's why I'm gonna put him S tier because I think he is a versatile tank. You can play him with pretty much every tank, and I think he'll get value. Moon Knight, my other main, my DPS boy. Now they gave him quite a lot of buffs to his ult. They buffed the radius, I think, and they buffed the amount of projectiles. I'm gonna put Moon Knight A tier. I think the ult buff was actually way bigger than people thought. This right here, Groot Moon Knight, it was really good season 1. No, okay, I'm gonna put Hawkeye above him because I think Hawkeye, you can play Hawkeye. Moon Knight is so, if you see a Groot on the other team and you don't know how to play Wolverine, Moon Knight is amazing against Groot. And I see Groot in a lot of games, so I can play Moon Knight quite a lot. Moon Knight is very like comp dependent. If they don't have like a grouped up comp, like Moon Knight gets like no value. I think that's why I put him below Hawkeye, because if they're running like a dive comp, Moon Knight kinda sucks. Like you can play him into it a little bit. Like you can play almost like a peel type of spot where like whenever someone comes on one of your supports or something, you can sort of like unk and try to protect them. But like, I don't know. Moon Knight is good though, and the ult is so much better. I'm glad they did it because, spoiler alert, my least favorite character in this game, Namor. I'm saying it right now. I think Namor is the best DPS in the entire game right now. I hate this character. I see Namor in every single game. He feels almost like the new Hela. Like, holy fucking shit. And this is coming from a cat player as well. He's fucking annoying. His team up with Luna Snow, dumb as fuck. Brain dead. He just places down those turrets and they just go pa-chew, pa-chew, pa-chew. And they do so much damage. They have so much HP. The slow is crazy. The damage is wild. It's like, this character is so brain dead because all you do is throw tridents. You throw giant tridents across the fucking map and you just die. Like, he's so fucking stupid. I hate fighting this character like so much. And Moon Knight does get value into Namor a little bit, but not as much as something like a Groot or a Loki. I'll put him in A tier. I'll put Moon Knight in A tier, but Namor, man, I fucking hate Namor, man. Please, Marvel, nerf this character. I don't like him at all. I'm fine with his trident being as good as it is. His ult is so good as well. Like, his ult is Moon Knight ult, but better in like not every way now. Not every way now. Before, yes, every way. But now, Moon Knight ult, I think, has it where it's better. Because the radius is bigger. The radius being bigger is nice. And it lasts longer because they're more handsome. But Namor, man, everything about this character is good. He has that shield that he can get healed in that just allows him, like, if you're getting dove, which he's like the ultimate anti-dive character because he already has pretty much three turrets because Luna Snow is picked in every single game. 3 turrets pretty much he can place down. And like, they giga buffed him too, which is stupid. They like made his turrets so much easier to place. They buffed the Luna Snow one, making it like slower and like all of this shit. Like, I don't know why they gave this character the things he got, but like, oh my god, dude, fucking Namor, man, I hate this character. I see him like every game, and every single voice line, I swear, is about him. Every single I swear everyone is talking about Namor bringing some crazy creatures out of the fucking ocean. I hate this character. Don't like seeing him. He is like become, to me, he is almost like the Hanzo. It's weird. Hawkeye got banned every game, so I don't even hate Hawkeye like as much. And I didn't see him as much as I saw like Hela. But Hela, the thing about Hela is I would get destroyed by Hellas in season 0, but also like I would have Hellas on my team that would destroy. So it evened out. Namor, man, I fucking hate. And I swear the players about this character too are the biggest greasers that play this game. I fucking hate Namor. Penny Parker. To my correction, they didn't give this character any buffs. I think she's still C tier. She's probably still the worst tank in the game. If you want to argue B tier, I actually am not even opposed to B tier. Because she gets a lot of value in the dive, and dive did get quite a few buffs. So she's solid in that avenue. I hate fighting her as Cap, and in low ranks, like I think currently I'm like plat 2 on my grind back up to like GM. I see like these players, they play Penny every fucking game. And that's why it's cancer as a Cap player, because this is like a third of the team. Like it's like I know what 3 people are going to be picked. It's like, what are the other 3 they're going to pick? It's Luna Snow, Namor, and Penny Parker every single game. A lot of times it'll be then a Strange and then like a Punisher or some shit. And then, I don't know, like a Rocket or Cloak and Dagger. But holy shit, dude. Like, those mines are fucking annoying, dude. They're hard to see, too. But, I mean, in other times, like, she's good on defense, and on the offense, she's horrible, dude. Horrible. I don't know. She's meta dependent. She's gonna probably rise, I think, as maybe some other. If this team up with Iron Man gets nerfed, I think I could see Penny rising up a little bit. But yeah, Psylocke, I think might be the last character I'm gonna put in this S tier. I think Psylocke is really, really fucking good. Again, I thought Psylocke, I think, was like the 3rd best DPS in the game last season. I'm gonna put her. I think the buffs to Namor actually do make Namor better than Psylocke, because Psylocke did get a nerf to her ult, but her ult is still really good. But she's just so deadly. She like can just fuck you up. Like, yeah, she does so much damage. She just kills you. Her ult is still really good. Yeah, it's very difficult running from this character because she's so fast as well. Like, Psylocke is fucking annoying to deal with. Punisher. They buffed Punisher the spread, I think, of his weapons. I'll put Punisher 8 here. I think I'd put Punisher maybe above Moon Knight. Again, it's one of those weird things that Moon Knight is like, in the right comps, Moon Knight is literally S+. Like in the like when he's playing against certain characters, like he's just incredible. Like if you get like a Rocket Groot, S+. But like other times you're doing fucking nothing on Moon Knight. So it almost balances out. Punisher, he's just a consistent character. He's a click hero. Like he pretty much has no recoil. And the spread is even lower, so it's easier to literally just point and click and do damage. He's fine. His ult is pretty good. It's pretty good, I think. Yeah, I mean, especially with damage, like if you're getting damage amped, you can actually kill through quite a few ults. Like damage amped, what is it? Punisher ult can kill through like Mantis ult, I think. Can't kill through Cloak and Dagger, but I don't know. I think I've seen it kill through Luna Snow before. Maybe not. But yeah, he's fine. You can play him on most maps. He's just a solid character. I don't think he has like the same strengths, but I see him a lot. He's really popular. I don't think he has the same like competitive viability as like these characters, but he's solid. He's fine, I think. All right, let's go Rocket. Rocket, dude, you got a 10 HP per second buff. I'm gonna give him a B tier. I think because most of the supports did not get nerfed. A lot of them actually got buffed, right? I mean, Jeff, they nerfed his ult, but I think they did increase his healing. They're just, I mean, there aren't that many. Like, Rocket got a pretty solid buff, but I think just like most of the supports are really good. Like, this S plus is mostly dominated by DPS, but to be fair, I think you are like, this is what's hard for me, is that I think that Hulk doesn't probably need a nerf. And if it is, I think it's a light nerf. I think Iron Man himself doesn't need a nerf, but the team up needs a nerf. Because I think once the team up are brought more down, I think these characters, like, I think the true value is how good do you think the team up is? Do you think the team up is S plus or S tier? Because I think they're a package deal. I think Strange, no matter what, is S plus, but just gets better. But Banner, it's like they're both. Iron Man, I think normally I still think Iron Man is not that good, honestly. I think Iron Man is like a C tier without it, maybe a B tier, but like with it, he's S plus. That's how good it is. But it's either you do this, in my opinion, or you do that. And I think the team up is really strong. I mean, because it's like when you ban, this is like the ban tier or something, or like so much better than everyone else. I think I look at this and I think the Iron Man team up is way better than Magneto, way better than Hela, way better than Mantis. That's why I'm putting it S plus, but I don't know. But yeah, easy one. This is maybe the only spot that did not change was Wanda. Wanda, they made her better against squishier targets, but made her worse against tanks. She's still not good. She's still really slow in Fade. I think they need to buff the speed of Fade or something. But yeah. Spider-Man, I'm still going to put Spider-Man B tier, but I understand why you would put him C tier. The problem with Spider-Man is that he is super difficult. He is the hardest character to play in this game, and he gets a lot of value if you're good at him, but he's really not worth the investment. Why would I play Spider-Man, a dive character, when I could just go invisible and play Psylocke, who like kills way quicker than Spider-Man does? Spider-Man is so unbelievably difficult to play, and then you just have Psylocke who can just go pew 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 pew, or Iron Man who can go, or you go Neymar who is like Trident. Actually, fuck it, I can't even aim. I don't even need, like, fuck it. I'm gonna shoot my 3 Squidwards out there, my fucking turrets. They're gonna like, fuck out of here. But yeah, you know, he's in theory he's good. I think Spider-Man could use a small buff. Maybe just buffing his resources, I think, honestly. No damage number buffs, because his damage actually isn't even that bad. And if you know the hitbox on that punch hitbox is insane. But maybe give him an extra, like, web to use, maybe an extra swing as well, and I don't know. He should stay, I think, this difficult, but I think he should be like a Tracer almost, I think, where, like, the better you are with him, the better he is. And he is like that, but it's just like the time effort just isn't worth it. Squirrel Girl. Dude, after the buffs, dude, I think they're good, honestly. I'm gonna go A tier. I genuinely would say A tier. And the reason why is that I think I look at a lot of the characters, like I look at Wanda, I look at Iron Fist, Jeff, Panther, Spider-Man, even Adam Warlock. I look at all these characters and I see that I feel like they have weaknesses. Like, clear, like, this part of them is lacking. Cap, his damage is somewhat lacking. Fucking Jeff, his ult is not that good. Spider-Man, he's really difficult to play. Panther, he can't achieve the same dives he could because he maybe just dies earlier. Squirrel Girl is pretty much like Junkrat but better. Like she can actually shoot the acorns really quickly. The ult is way better now. Like the ult was probably the worst ult in the game, like a D tier ult. I think it's now like a B tier ult. It's not like an amazing ult, but it's good now. It locks onto you. Like as a support, I generally, like as Cloak and Dagger, I need to save my fade, I think, for that ult before I could just walk away from it, but you'll just die. You will just die to this ult. And yes, it has less HP, but it's like 300. I mean, that's still like, that's pretty much a captain. Like you have to take out a Captain America shield, like, and it's moving fast. It's not really easy to take out. Like, I don't know. I could be in lower ranks. She's popular in these low ranks. But I see her quite a lot, and I think she's pretty decent. Star-Lord. I think Star-Lord, Star-Lord is probably he isn't, but he is. If other characters gets nerfed, Star-Lord is like up there. And I think Star-Lord was one of the most slept on characters, because I remember tier list putting Star-Lord not low, but they were putting him like B tier. Star-Lord is good, and that ult is amazing. You just shit on everything. Like generally as Star-Lord, like that ult, you are always getting at least like 2 kills with that ult. And especially with the glitch, I think the glitch is still in the game where you get an extra 2 seconds and get to fire instantly. Really freaking good. Really good character. I just think like genuinely it's like Neymar kind of shits on him a little bit. It's just like Psylocke is better and then the team up is better than him. But his ult is, I think he overall has a better ult than Strange because it's more consistent. Better ult than Neymar. I would genuinely probably say maybe a better ult than Psylocke. Maybe not. You could maybe argue. But better ult than Iron Man. I think it's more consistent. Not better than Luna, and maybe not better than Cloak. Hulk is maybe a 50-50, but he is one of the best ults in the game. Really good character. Yeah. And then the last S+ tier character, spoiler alert, Storm. I'm gonna put Storm at number 2. We have 4 DPS in the S+, which is kind of crazy. It makes me think maybe I need to bring down 2. Yeah, I'm gonna bring them down, chat. I'm gonna bring them down to S tier. I am gonna bring them down to S tier. But Storm, if you have not played Storm, she is really strong. They buffed pretty much everything about her. They buffed her cooldowns, her damage, how fast she shoots. She is just strong. Like the piercing damage, I didn't even realize how crazy it was. I just see like randomly like, oh, this person died, and like multiple people died, or just her basic primary fire. And it's like she shoots so fast, and the damage buff she gives is so nice for her teammates. Like she provides so much utility, and like she doesn't like, you don't fucking, what is it? Like you don't stay in the air with Storm. You like kind of play on the ground almost. And she's just really solid. If you have not played like with her, she will probably get nerfed. Her ult is super strong. It already was really strong, but the fact she keeps like the 900 overhealth or something she gets, really good. She's just a really strong character right now. Yeah, if you haven't played Storm, I'd play her because she's probably going to get nerfed. Thor. Now, Thor, I genuinely thought was maybe the most overrated character in Season 0. And he did get some buffs. They buffed his HP. They buffed his team up with Storm. And they buffed, what is it? His HP. His HP doesn't really matter. That's also what they gave the cap. I think, though, and this is where I'm going to get into it. I'm going to put him A tier. And I'm going to get into my theory about triple support. I feel like I could see this comp being so good. It's like Captain America, Thor, Storm, and then you have Luna Snow, and pretty much just triple support. I could see most supports working. As long as I think you need a Luna Snow. I think you pick Luna Snow and Cloak and Dagger because they're both just the best 2 supports in the game. But you could pick like a Sue Storm or a Loki or something like that. And I think like you just never die. And you actually, like, with the damage buff, Cap can build his ult so much quicker with his shield throws. Thor actually has the survivability. He can do a ton of damage. The team up with Storm is really nice, and it's good with Cap. If he even doesn't have that, the team up with who is it? Hela didn't get nerfed, still really good. He's just solid now. The fact he can't get interrupted in his ult makes his ult way better. He's good. He's good, definitely. And I think like yeah, he definitely is in a solid place. I think like he is kind of like I think he's just really good because of the stuff around him, but yeah, man, I think he's good. And I swear triple support I think is actually like a secret meta. But I think it's not easy to play, so I think 222 will probably still be what you see in most games. Venom finally got some solid buffs. I'm gonna put Venom. I think Venom is still B tier. I don't know. I think he's a tier above Penny. But I'm gonna put him above Cap. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna put him above Cap purely because of Storm and the fact that Storm loves to have a Thor and Cap loves having Thor. So literally because of this is the interesting thing about team ups in this game. Storm is making Captain America better, and I think that's why I'm gonna put him above Venom. They're really close though. Yeah, no. I mean, Venom just solid dive tank. He gets a lot more shields now. His ult's better. He slows more, does a little bit more damage. He's good. Holy fuck. Why did they fucking buff this character? Oh my gosh, dude. Ooh, where? Do I put him? No, I'm gonna do it. I don't even care. I'm putting him above Star-Lord, dude. Winter Soldier, man. I don't know why they giga buffed this character. I already thought this guy was really good. They buffed his HP, buffed the amount of over health he gets on his abilities. I think they buffed the damage of his weapon and the splash damage. Who knew this guy had splash damage? I don't think he needed any buffs. They didn't buff his ult, luckily, but I mean, man, dude, I see this guy a lot, and he gets a ton of value. Like, dude, like, not all the, like, sometimes you won't get again. That doesn't work every game. But, like, if you can get the chain going, I feel like a lot of times the thing about it is you might not even get the multi-chain, but it puts this weird mind game with, like, a Luna Snow where generally, if you don't have a support ult, I feel like he's gonna get the team wipe with this ult if the team is helping him, like, follow up so he can get the resets. So it makes it so Luna Snow, like, he needs to save her ult, but then it's like that leaves an opening for other DPS or other people to use, like a Doctor Strange, to pop their Eye of Agamotto. They can pop it, and Luna either needs to decide which one is which. So he's either a really good baiter or a really good, like, just a solid ult. I don't know. I think he's really good. I think especially, like, he can kind of kill. I think he's not hit scan, right? But his projectile is really fast, so he can kind of kill. He can kill Storm. He can kill Iron Man. Star-Lord maybe a little harder, but I think he's really solid. Yeah, I mean, that's all. I think he's really solid. I think he could. I don't think he can move up. I think S tier is where he's at because I don't think he works all the time, but he can just get big hooks. I think when you play with your team and your team is helping you, he gets a lot of value. Wolverine. I'm gonna put Wolverine like I'm gonna put him probably above Magic, I think. They did buff Wolverine actually. They buffed his HP, but I feel like I'm seeing him. No, I'm still seeing him quite a lot. He's really good in the sum tanks. He destroys Groots, destroys Hulk. I mean, he eats up pretty much most tanks, really. Really, the only one he doesn't eat up is like Penny, because Penny is usually placed next to her mine and Wolverine can blow up. And then like as Cap, I can kind of jump away usually from Wolverine, but sometimes I can't. And if I don't have my cooldowns and he catches me out of my cooldowns, I do kind of just get fucked by him. You don't play him every game because he needs to be like that tank killer, but I mean, people already they underrated him, and people already putting him like S tier once they figured out he was good. They buffed him. I don't think he's S tier. I think he doesn't work all the time, but when he works, he works. And if he is playing against certain tanks, he just eats them alive. All right, Mr. Fantastic. Now this might be the most I don't know. I don't know about this one. Chat, this is where I might be wrong, but I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put him in B tier. I don't think he's bad. I don't think he's amazing either. I don't think he's like crazy for Cocoa Puffs or anything. I think he's like a solid a solid character. He can have a lot of sustain, and I think maybe he only has potential to go up. I think he's at least B tier, and he's at least better than BP, Spider-Man. Every character below him, he's way better than. But I think I look at him and I think he doesn't die, but there's a weird, I don't know, there's just a weird thing where I feel like a lot of times he could be an ult battery. And also, I don't think his ult is that good. His ult doesn't even give him more HP, but it increases his toughness. To be fair, it's difficult to hit him. I don't know. I feel like I don't think he's bad. I think I just look, and it's the characters above him generally, I think, have more range and more damage. And I feel like he doesn't have incredible sustain. He does have good sustain, but that's this whole thing actually, is his sustain. His sustain, he's probably the best melee hero with sustain in the game. Maybe even the best sustaining DPS overall. But I don't know. He might be A tier. He might. Am I saying he's worse than Squirrel Girl? Maybe I gotta move Squirrel Girl down. I don't know. I'll move him up, actually. I'll move him. A tier is a little crowded, but there's also most characters in this game are pretty fucking good. And none of these characters really are unviable. You can play most of them. It's just if you play Wanda or something, it's gonna be a lot harder. But I'll put him A tier. I think he's okay. He's good, but I think they're just DPS that are better than him. I could be very wrong about this, and I genuinely might be, but I don't know. I feel I don't think he's amazing. And then finally, Sue Storm. I'm gonna put her. I think she's S tier. But because I'm gonna put her above Mantis. Her ult is really good. Her ult is just an invisibility field, slows enemies, and pretty much just pumps an insane amount of healing. You're not really gonna die in the invisibility field. Doesn't last a crazy amount of time like Luna, but still solid. She has a lot of weight, her primary fire pierces. She's very difficult. She has a lot of things to her. But yeah, her push and pull is so good. And speaking from someone who plays Cap, I fucking hate this shit so much, dude. Because it actually just fucks me so much. I'm trying to retreat or I'm trying to go in and I get fucking push 12 meters. It's like, oh my fucking god, dude. Jesus fuck. I think the only issue with Sue Storm is she can heal herself when she's invisible, but like her self-sustain is one of the worst out. Maybe actually, I think looking at the rest of the strategists, he probably has the worst self-sustain by far, actually, compared to all of them. Rocket, Jeff, Loki, Mantis, Luna to an extent. All of them can heal themselves. Adam as well. Really, the only one that kind of can't is Cloak and Dagger, but even then, they do have like a way. It's difficult, but they do have a way. I think that's where she can struggle, but like if she has a good teammate to peel for her, it's not even that big of a deal. And usually, like a Cloak and Dagger or something can do. So, but yeah, I think she's good. I think especially she is pretty good in a 3 support comp, especially with that piercing. If you have multiple tanks, she can pierce those tanks and heal them all at once. She's good, and her ult is amazing, one of the best in the game. But yeah, that's what I got. That is my Marvel Rivals early season 1 tier list. Let me know what you guys think. I'll probably make an end season, or if there's like a mid-season or a mid-season patch, I'll probably make another tier list about that. But yeah, that's all I got.